Hello, welcome to Tracardi. In today's presentation, I would like to show you how to customize Tracardi. Many of you ask me, how can I extend Tracardi, what are the extension points, and how we can make Tracardi work for us. Okay, so let's get started. I will show you 4 extension points of Tracardi. Before I begin, I would like to ask you to start our project on GitHub, link below, and subscribe to this channel. This is the simplest and the easiest way to support our project. The first extension point is in inbound traffic. We can create a new event source. The standard event source is through the API bridge. It means that we can collect the data through an API. When we click on the event source, you can see how we can integrate this with a JavaScript snippet. But there are different types of event sources. Actually, there are different types of event bridges. What it means, you can create a new data bridge that will collect data from different source or create the data in a different way. Let me show you. I will run a custom data bridge. Okay, it opens a new endpoint on a different port. And right now, inside Tracardi, we have more data bridges. For example, we have a RabbitMQ API bridge. That means that all the events will be sent to the RabbitMQ and then processed by some workers. This is the way of spreading the workload on the server. But we can also create like a redirect bridge. Let's create this one. This is a neat bridge that allows us to collect data from links. When a user clicks a link, we can collect this data. Let's go to redirect, and here we have a link bridge. It means that we can now create a custom links that when the link is clicked, we can collect some data. This is like a example of this link. We have a redirect and redirect ID. And when we go to inbound traffic and event redirects right here, we can create a link. And we can say that I want to collect data through that event source. It's a redirect. What kind of event type I would like to send to Tracardi? Let's name it download. Where would you like to redirect this link? So I would like to redirect it to, for example, my GitHub. What kind of data I would like to collect? Okay, let's say it's my web page. So it means that this click came from my web page. Okay, and here we go. I have my redirect link. This is the link, and I know my endpoint. So let's try to use it. Oh, let's go. We are on our Tracardi GitHub page, and inside Tracardi we have new event. Here we go. It's a download and my web page. This way you can create different event sources, and the event source can collect data from different data bridge, and the data bridge can be numerous. For example, we've created a data bridge that monitors the email account for bounced emails, or you can collect a data bridge that will monitor the database tables. It's up to you. This is an extension point, and we can add different bridges that will collect different kind of data, even from machines or any other external systems. The second extension point is in the resources extensions. And here you can see that we have different type of extensions. These extensions connect to some external systems, and they consist of a resource and plugins. For example, Airtable extension has one resource and 2 plugins. Some other extension may have more plugins. Some extensions have some additional functionalities. And very interesting one is a microservice that allows us, this is another extension point, allows us to integrate a microservice inside Tracardi. This is not a regular microservice. This is a microservice that is configurable inside Tracardi. When you click install, we just name the service, and we need to provide a microservice URL. Also get a secret for the service, because this service should be protected. I have one microservice running on this board. I paste an API key and get a secret for this service, and when I'm connected, I can see what are the services implemented on this microservice. This is a very good extension point, because you don't have to update Tracardi to get new functionality. So this one, for example, has an integration with Trello, and we can type some API keys for Trello. And when we go to resources, you can see that we have one microservice, but inside integrations, and when I come here, I look for microservice, and you can see that I have a Trello microservice here. It's connected to the microservice, and we can perform some actions inside that microservice. And you can see that you can add some information to Trello, like add card, move cards, delete members, and this way we can extend Tracardi without reinstalling the system. Let's click on add card, and you can see that there is a form that we can fill to perform this action, and each action has different forms, so it loads automatically. It connects to the microservice and fetches all the necessary data. This is one extension point. We also have extension points that are inside here. This requires another extension of Tracardi, is an outbound traffic. Right here we don't have any extensions. We can install it through resources and look for destinations. Right now we have two destinations, it's Mautic and RabbitMQ, and when we install some of the destination, we can go to destinations, and we can see that we have new destination. Destination is a functionality that sends data from the profile to some external system, and we can extend it. We can add different systems for you. Okay, to wrap up the 3 extension points, we can add new extension to the input of the data to the system, so we can collect data from different sources. We can add extension point to the processing of the data, so we can send it to some external systems, fetch the data from external systems. We can do it in 2 ways. In one way, when you upgrade the system, and the other way is through microservices. And the third extension point is outbound traffic, so when you send data to some other system. The last extension point is the extension point inside the internal processes of the Tracardi. I cannot show you in Tracardi because it's just a background process, but we can add processes like segmentation, profile merging. Actually, those are already done. But for example, we are thinking about a process that will match an event sequence inside Tracardi. So for example, if there is a event sequence of adding a product to the basket and then not buying it, then we can raise another event. Another example could be when you have a sequence of events that somebody visits your page but does not download your application, then we can send another event to Tracardi and you can process it. These are 4 extension points of Tracardi where our community can help you customize your Tracardi so it can collect the data you care about. Okay, and this is it. Thank you.